Eva Trades.
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. And welcome to Eva Trades, an amazing place to come and learn about the stock market and day trading. And if you're here to learn about day trading, or if you already know how to trade and you're just interested in seeing my strategy, well, that's great because I'm here for your viewing pleasure. So let's go see if we can find some amazing trades today. We'll break down some stocks. We'll look at the scanners. And I hope you had a great weekend. Welcome to Eva Trades. Let's go. So as always, I like to take a look at my progress first. Oh, I forgot I had this up. Well, we'll take a look at this. This is my road to $1 million. And I have phases that I'm going through to get to that $1 million goal. And it's going to take some time. I started way back here in phase one, making $20 a day. And with each new phase, my profit doubles. Therefore, my risk doubles. And I do that by doubling my share size. So every time I move to the next phase, I double my share size. I have a goal that I have to get to finish a phase. And right now, that goal is to get to $42,000 in my trading account. So my daily goal as of now is 200. And my risk per trade is $100. And I have a max loss set at 400. My progress so far, this is my chart of my progress. I have been doing pretty good since I came back, green day after green day after green day. Had some scary red days that turned into green days. And then last Friday, had a pretty phenomenal day where I made $520. I made over 700 overall, but I started out red first. So this is phase 4 and I have to get all the way up here to 42,000. I'm a quarter of the way through. So let's hope for another green day today. All right, so after that, let me shrink that down, get my mouse back here, and we'll go over and take a look at the scanners. I use the Trade Ideas scanners to find stocks every morning that are gapping up. So this is the gap scanner here. And it looks like we have 4 stocks on that scan this morning. So it's a little on the light side. The stock market, there's some indecision today. We'll go over that if we have time. We have about 17 minutes until the bell rings. So HSDT gapping up 51.4%. 1.8 million shares traded, and it's got a really low float, which we like low floats. Low floats means fast moving stocks, and you want it to go real fast, right? So you can make some money. But be careful because you can lose a lot of money that way too. So that's why you want to use stop losses, and I do that on every trade. I always have a stop loss in place. So HSDT, that's the chart there, and larger time frame. It looks good on the hourly. It's got an hourly uptrend, so I might actually keep an eye on that one. I'm not sure yet, depending on what else we see. GDC popping up there, 31% gapping up. It's got news, so it has a catalyst. Made really nice moves early on. We're in an equilibrium on the 5-minute time frame here, so that is on my number 1 pick on the main screen. I'll watch that. CLRB, the next one down. That one has news. It made some good initial moves here a couple of times, and maybe it'll do it again. I like the price, but it's showing some weakness right now. So we'll see what that looks like after a while. I think I'm going to keep an eye on it though. And then let me freeze this actually. If I don't freeze that, these move around, then I lose track of what I've looked at. ICCT, this one here is a no for me. It's really light on volume. The float's okay and the price is good, but right now it's just not doing much. If it pops up on the 5-day momentum scanner over here, I'll probably be interested. So PBLA, next one down, lower on volume, really, really a low price point, and it's given back most of its move here on the hourly, as you can see. So I'm not really interested in that so much, so I'll skip that one. GRRR, I've traded that before. It is making it's making some moves up, but as of today, it's so cheap and light on volume, I just don't think I want to trade that one either. And BBAI, I mean, it's cheaper, light on volume. Hourly time frame, we are breaking out, so it's an hourly uptrend. I think I'm going to leave that one alone as well, though. Let me see. It doesn't even have news. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one alone. Hive Day Momentum Scanner. Over here, we had LGHL pop up a little while ago. It's selling off now, so I don't know on that one either. I like the price. I don't know what the float is. It doesn't tell me that. But candle ranges are pretty big, and I like big candle ranges. They're a little more affordable when they have big candle ranges, and they move quick. So I'm gonna continue to watch that, but if it drops too much lower, I might take it off my watch list. And then let me see, CLRB we looked at, VERB, it has news. Trading below the volume weighted average price. Yeah, I don't know. It's about like, it's lower than mid-range on this. You know, it gave back most of that. Really cheap. It's almost a penny stock. I don't think so. Not right now. If we can get up over $1.80, I might think about it. And that's it. That's all I got so far this morning. I'm going to unfreeze this and see if anything else pops up on that in the next 13 minutes until the bell rings. So now I'm going to go over here. This is my main screen, and I'm going to put in CLRB so that I'll have 3 stocks that I'll be looking at. And so this is where I'll break down the stocks to kind of get an idea of what's happening with them. And I like to start with the larger time frames. So here I have GDC, I have LGHL, and I have CLRB. And the hourly time frame is on the top, and the 15-minute is on the bottom. And so hourly time frame, not a lot to look at here. And so my strategy, I like to buy off of support levels, and then I like to sell when we get to resistance. So I try to find the places on the chart where that is the most obvious support and resistance levels that other traders might also be looking at. That's one right there. That's a pivot point we broke over on the hourly time frame. We've kind of come down and almost tested it. It could still be in play. The EMA is catching up here. So we'll take a look at that on the smaller time frame. We do have a support down at 348, and our resistance is up at 415. And over here on LGHL, it's another one of those things. Well, we have this hourly downtrend, sideways, breakout. And it's giving back most of its move, trading about mid-range there. But we have a 205 level. Hi, I was trying to, I was looking at the chat here, and I don't know how to say your name, Christel Malibo. I don't know if I got that right, and I apologize if I didn't. But thank you for the comment. It's really nice to see you too. Thanks for joining me. So LGHL is so we have that support at that pivot at 305. So we'll look at that on the smaller time frame too. CLRB is an inside bar, so on the hourly. And so we're inside bars on this hourly, this 15-minute, and that hourly. Okay, so let's go take a look now at the smaller time frames. And there's Jamich. Good morning, Jamich. Always nice to see a friendly face. And so here's the smaller time frames. We have 5 minutes across the bottom, to the top, and the 1 minute time frame across the bottom. So this is the time frames I generally look at when I trade. Okay, so 5-minute time frame. We're in an equilibrium here. We had this high, the move up here, and then we pulled back for a higher low. We have a lower high, and another higher low, and now the bulls want to break out this equilibrium pattern. It's equilibrium is just a consolidation after a big move, and it typically resembles like a pennant like that, or a bear or a flag. So I'm going to delete those lines. So we have our resistance. Oops, I got to get my mouse back here. Thank you, Jamich. I could always use a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck and a lot of strategy goes a long ways. It kind of depends on what the market's doing. 385 is our resistance here. The bulls want to get over to break that equilibrium bullish. And of course, our support there is at 348. Now, if we break down below 348, where will we be buyers? Well, possibly down here at this 340 level. That's a possible spot to get in. Although that is an hourly pivot point, so we could drop below that too. Looks like we're coming up. There's the break through 385. That's bullish. So you want to see that continue now. We're looking up at 415. And there it goes, a little higher. See if we can get over $4. There it is, 402. I'm not trading right now because it's pre-market, but this sure is fun to watch. So that was a nice bull break, and we'll see if the bulls can hold up and we get a move up over 415. Watching the 1 minute time frame, I'd be looking for a pullback on that 1 minute to enter a trade. So now that 385 level becomes important. LGHL pulling back quite a ways. I want to hold 305. We don't really have a support to play off besides that previous pivot. You could look at the 1 minute here. They have a trough play there, but we kind of already came down to that, and we're forming what looks to me like a flat top bottom, and there's the breakdown. So that's a bear break. We do have a little support down here on the 1 minute at 312, but LGHL looking kind of weak here, so I don't know if I'll trade that one. CLRB, we have a support down here, resistance is up here, and we're choppy sideways right now. So 205 is that level I'll be looking at when the bell rings. And I would like to see us get back up over this red candle. That's where the bears stepped in and really slapped that price down. So that's a important key level to get over. Thank you. I will remember. It's always in my mind. Positive thinking, ladies and gentlemen. You can do this. But you have to have a strategy that works too. It's always important to practice your strategy in a simulator and prove consistent results over a long period of time before you put your hard-earned money on the line. Because when you lose your money, there's nothing worse. Okay, so those are the three stocks that I'm watching. Let me come back over here. We'll break down the market here. I'm going to look at SPY because that's, to me, kind of a telltale sign of what might happen, you know, with the majority of the market. There are some, you know, strays, and I look for stocks actually that do the opposite of the market or do their own thing, you know, and those are usually stocks that have news that people are, you know, jumping on. But here is SPY. This is the monthly time frame. So every candle here represents 1 month of trading action. And last month we had consolidation start as we broke down below the low of that last candle, but the bull stepped in, bought the dip, and we finished up here last month, and now we have a new candle here for September forming. So it's an inside bar. It's inside that last bar, and we have 5 minutes to go until the bell rings. So what are we going to do? Well, let's look at the weekly time frame. I think we're possibly setting up for a weekly equilibrium. What I'm doing is scouting. Let me see here. I'm scouting a lower high. I don't know why my pen tool's not working. Let me try this one. Oh, I know why. I've got to turn this off. Okay. Let me try this again. Okay, so we made a big move up, right? We do that. We had this move up, higher low, higher high, little higher low, higher high, higher low, looking for a higher high, but I wouldn't be surprised if we top out somewhere below this level and we pull back. This is one scenario that we form an equilibrium before we break out. And now we'd be a ways off on that, but you can see. So that's one scenario. The other scenario is that we just break straight through the high. The other scenario is that we pull back and have a bear break below that level. Most likely scenario in my mind is an equilibrium. And so what I'm doing is watching for that lower high. And the way I do that is I'll watch a smaller time frame for clues that that lower high could be set. So I'll go to the daily, and on the daily time frame here, I don't want to lose track of time. The bell's going to ring soon. We have ourselves an uptrend. So when we lose our daily uptrend, that's when we know the weekly lower high has been set and we look for consolidation on the weekly. Right now, we're not in danger of losing our daily uptrend because we could pull back a long ways and still have a higher low below this level. So right now we have an outside bar. Remember, we talked inside bars on the weekly. The inside bar is a bar that fits inside of the last candle. This is an outside bar, and it fits. It's outside of that last candle. And with an outside bar, it's a little bit of uncertainty as to which way the price is going to go. So I'm looking for a daily higher low possibly to form to continue our uptrend. So it's the same thing with the daily as it was with the weekly. Where are we going to top out? We'll look for clues on the smaller time frame. So I'll look at the hourly time frame, and usually I'll turn off extended hours so that I can get a clear picture of what's happening, because pre-market trading, I don't put as much weight into it. So we have an uptrend on the hourly, a little bit of chop here, but it's still kind of an uptrend. And then we have all this chop, and we have a lower low and a higher high, and that's that outside bar. And so now we have a higher low, and now we're starting to make a move up. It's really choppy looking. But what I'm looking for is a direction. If we start to have an hourly downtrend, I'll know that that daily has topped out, and we're going to be looking for daily consolidation. But if we break our high of 453.67, then that means on the daily, this little pullback is pretty much our higher low, and we're going to see a move up. I hope all of this isn't too confusing. So one thing we do have here is a pattern called a megaphone. A megaphone, everybody knows what a megaphone looks like. You can see our lines here. So there you go. You get 2 points connecting the top, 2 points connecting the bottom. So do we move up to that top line, or do we pull back to the bottom line first? Who knows, right? We're in a chop zone. So this is why I say there is appears to be right now a little bit of uncertainty as to which direction we're going to go. All right, so that's enough for that, because I got to get back to my charts. We have less than a minute for the market to open, and I forgot to set up my candle ranges. I was too busy talking. I usually go down here and set up my candle ranges. This sets my stop loss parameters. We have 30 seconds to go till the market opens, and we can start trading. So yeah, LGHL still showing weakness. CLRB waiting for it to pull back to 205. And here we go. So remember, trading is risky. Use your stop losses, trade your strategy. And here we go. Now the market's open. I'm watching GDC here as we pull back to that level. I'm going to take a shot at it. I'm in it just one time because we may get 5-minute consolidation. So we'll see if we bounce off the volume weighted average price here. I'm going to hold that for the breakthrough 415. See what kind of weakness we get. CLRB is coming up against the volume weighted average price. I'm in CLRB one time. I'm holding GDC here to see if we get that move up. I'm going to add to CLRB as it's moving up. I'm going to sell GDC right there. I'm watching CLRB. There goes CLRB, looking for the break through the high. I'm going to sell half of my position. There's the break, and I sold the rest. So that's a quick $233. So right now I could stop because I'm at my daily goal. My daily goal being 200. And look at that move. That's pretty incredible. CLRB has some nice volume. Yeah, I exited GDC as soon as I was green on it because I'm looking at this 5-minute time frame and I'm kind of thinking, you know, consolidation. And look, we pulled right back to 370. That's that trough area. And so now on CLRB, I mean, it looks strong, but I think I'm going to wait on it. And we have no volume on LGHL. So there's that pivot at 238. I could have taken a trade there. Widen out my stop loss. Yeah, you know, it's Monday after a 3-day weekend, and I don't want to get too hasty and start giving back profits. So I'm kind of now in that protective zone. I don't want to give back my money. It's always tricky coming back after a 3-day weekend, a little bit rusty, you know. GDC, we might bounce here, GDC. I'm in it one time there to see if we get a bounce off of that support. I still don't like the 5 minutes so much, but we might get something here. CLRB. I'm in CLRB again. Looking for the breakthrough this high up here. And I sold for profit over there on GDC. CLRB is coming down, so I got back out of it. I'm buying it at the volume weighted average price. I don't know that I like that either, so I'm back out of that. So I'm still up at my daily goal. I gave back a little bit of profit. And I'm going to get rid of this one because it ain't doing squat. Nice here on GDC. Kind of wish I would have held that. I'm jumping in it now. It's showing that strength. Coming up to $4. $4. Nah. Got out of that in the nick of time. So if things like this are happening, you know, suddenly it's not working, that's a good time to just stop and take a step back and wait for a good setup. You know, that's all you can do. Let's look at the overall market here. So we're pulling back on that hourly time frame. We have a little bit of an equilibrium setup on that. Yeah, the pullback here, the lower high. Well, actually, it's just a little choppy. Yeah. Scanners. NIO popping up on the scan here. There you go. I don't really trade NEO because I haven't had much luck in the past. HASI. 24.97 on that one. It doesn't have a lot of volume though. Okay, so what are we looking at here? So we had our high of day is up here at 408. And it's a 15-minute consolidation. So support there. We already played off of that. It was a nice bounce off of that support. High of day at 259. Low of day down here at 213. Inside bar, long upper wick. This one has those long upper wicks though up here. So we have like 3 of them now on the 15-minute. It's an hourly inside bar. Well, what the heck? We'll pull up Neo here. See what we see. Okay, Neo, hourly time frame. Nice breakout. Breaking out over 1105. We got this level here. And you got a high up there of 1135. It was a bear break, bull break scenario. But it's a little late to jump in it now for me, so I'd wait for a pullback on that. That's definitely interesting. TLRY is popping up on the scan now. TLRY. Let's see, we have 15 seconds to go on this 1-minute candle on Neo. I was thinking about jumping in that. I think I'll wait. Over here I have TLRY. So it's got nice volume. Back over to Neo. I'll get rid of this line. 1096 could be a good area, $11 down here. So bulls already bought the dip on that. So I missed my dip trade. See if we get the breakthrough 1111. And we had a halt on Verb, but somehow I missed that. Because it's a cheaper stock, that's why. There's the break on Neo. I'm a little hesitant to take a trade on that. Okay, now I'll do it. Got a high of 1115 on Neo. See if we can break 1115 and I'll sell it. There's the break, and I sold it there. It was a quick 30 bucks. We have a new 1-minute candle now. A new 5-minute candle, so I'd be careful on this. These 5-minute candles could pull back a little further. It's a nice support zone there to pull back to. I'll take a starter position right there. I lose that support, I'm going to jump out pretty quick. And I'm going to sell half right there just to bring my cost basis down. Put my stop loss back in. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get back out. Halted again on Verb, but it's such a cheap stock that I just don't really want to trade Verb. Yeah, I see GDC. GDC here is making its move, but we're below the volume weighted average price. It's already had a breakout and failure. I don't know that I trust it right now. So we broke through that level. Our next level is down here around $11. The EMA is catching up, so we do have a support here too. 1103. I'm still sitting up 164 on my day. I'm a little bit below that max, that daily goal. TLRY continuing to pull back at that 5-minute level right there at 310. That's the volume weighted average price as well. Stock market is pulling back. We're about to break that support on that hourly, so we'll see. Yep, we broke it. And see if we come down to this line down here and bounce off of that. That might be where these other stocks will turn around. Possible bear flag here on GDC. You know, something like that. A bear flag is a move down, period of consolidation, and then another move down. I'm thinking about buying NEO. I'm in NEO at that triple top. Not a big fan of NEO there, so I'm back out of it. I'm watching GDC. Back in NEO, off of that support. And GDC, I'm thinking about jumping in it here, but I want to see it pull back more. NEO just is not giving it to me. Okay, there's GDC. I'm trying it there. Back out. So I'm in TLRY, TLRY. I called it TLRY. I'm not sure that's exactly what it's called. So there's the break through that high. Well, we came right up to it. We haven't broke it yet. We had a falling wedge on that. That's why I jumped in it. I'm watching for the break. There we go. I sold most of my position. I'm gonna sell the rest of it right there. That was a nice break, so that puts me back up at my daily goal. After taking some losses over here on GDC and NIO. Really nice move on TLRY. So we had that falling wedge. Neo, man. See, Neo, I just, I've never done very well with Neo. I don't even know why I tried. But we had a falling wedge here. It's kind of hard to see. If I had a smaller time frame, you could see it, but I don't even know how to draw this out. But you can kind of see the pattern. I don't know if you're used to seeing patterns, but anyways, I don't know. So I'd be curious to see if on TLRY, if we pull back to, oh, maybe this level here, one of those two levels, and we bounce back up from there. This is a small pivot right here, and this is a trough. Well, we could pull up Verb here. No, never mind. It just got halted going down. You can see on Verb, cheaper stock. Got a circuit breaker halt right here. It halted for 5 minutes. It resumed. Came up here, halted for another 5 minutes. Then it resumed, went higher, surged back down, and now it's halted going down. And look at TLRY. We did come back to that support. That was that trough area. So that's where the bulls bought the dip. I'm going to jump in it one time. I'm not confident enough to get in it twice. Yeah, it's not the best setup for me, so I got back out. Break even, no harm. CLRB breaking out over the volume weighted average price, so I'm jumping in it for that move higher. The volume weighted average price is the white dotted line. It's a calculation of volume, and just like that, I'm back out of it. Because I got in so high, I was looking for an immediate move higher. Had I gotten in lower, I would have held it. So how about Neo off of this level, volume weighted average price? I'm going to try it one more time. Okay, there goes CLRB. Little pullback. So I jumped in on a little pullback there, and I'll flatten it right there for some quick profit. And then I'm going to watch Neo. I'm going to move my stop loss up. So I'm risking $23. It's a 2-bar pullback on that 5-minute time frame. Back to this level. It's a good level to play off of. And we have the volume weighted average price there. I'm going to get back out though, because if I take that loss, I'm going to drop below my daily goal. So I'm back in TLRY over here. We had that bear break, and now we have a bull break. So we're looking up at $3.23. So this is where I try to hold it for a little bit, but if it starts to move back down, I jump back out. I will move my stop loss up to the low of that candle. having a hard time getting going here. I'll just take the profit there. Why not? Taking too long for me. And look at the VERB. After that halt going down, it resumed lower, surged back up, halted going up. I would never trade something like this. But maybe you have luck. I just would not. Yeah. Too dangerous to me. I can't manage risk when there's a stock trading like that. Watch this here on CLRB. We had a bear break and now we're having a bull break and I'm jumping in it, looking for the break through 250. I'm going to add to it, hoping that was the right decision. That 1 minute candle will close in 10 seconds. And it's not going the way I wanted it to. A little tricky holding it for this next 1 minute candle. I'm going to exit half of the position just to be protective and get out the rest there. So that wasn't too bad of a loss, but it was more than I wanted. Well, I think I'm grinding my wheels today. I hit 200, dropped below 200, back above 200. Now I'm back below 200. I just don't know if I should keep trading. I'm not getting, I'm at daily goal, right? That's what you want. But I had a great day Friday and I was hoping to have one of those kind of days. But so far the market is not giving it to us. SPY, still fighting there at that support level. Here. Oh, there's our support. So almost have another falling wedge. We had one, now we have the second one. I'm going to watch this here at the volume weighted average price. 5 minute time frame. We're halfway through on that 5 minute candle. Let's see if we get that move. Right here, new 1 minute candle. Oops, let me get back over here. My apologies. I bought it right here as this is coming down to the volume weighted average price. We had this falling wedge, breakout, falling wedge, looking for that next breakout. 5 minute candle is going to close in a little bit. The way it is, I'm going to get back out, break even. I don't like this 5 minute candle. If it doesn't look the way that I expect it to look, I usually just bail. And sometimes I leave money on the table that way, but it's better than giving money back, in my opinion. So we have ourselves a line here. I'm up $191. If I can make another $9, I'll be at my daily goal. You know what I'm saying? Just $9. Well, there's the break or the move up to the line. So holding would have been the better option. And a small trade over there on CLRB. Watching this for the break too. Here goes CLRB. Nice. Sold it there. Watching this one. Looking at 323 as our high. We're back in over here on CLRB. There's the break, and there's a quick $100 there. That was a nice move. So that puts me up at 300 now. So I'm at 1.5 times the daily goal. That was a nice breakout on CLRB. I'm back out over here on TLRY. Now I feel like I have a little more to play with, so I think I'm going to jump back in it. See if we can get through 323. And I gotta wonder right now if the market is actually making its move up. Big struggle here at 323. Bulls trying to push through, but the bears aren't having it. A lot of sellers on the ask. Try it one more time on this candle. See if the bulls got the stamina to push it through. 322, 323. Trying really hard, looking for that short squeeze. Another attempt here. They're going to give it a shot. Losing momentum on the bear side. Starting to see the shares drop on the ask, and there's the break right there. So what I'm doing is I'm watching the price ladder down here. I'm looking at the share sizes of the bid and the ask to see who's winning and who's losing. Look at... well, for a second there, you saw like 4,000 here on the ask. So that's very bearish. So now that puts me up 323 on my day. And I can't always rely on the Thinkorswim price ladder. I just wanted to make mention that they don't show all of the bids and the asks across the entire market. And that's the downside to Thinkorswim. If you go to other platforms, they'll have a nice level 2 that shows all of that. But so because we're lacking data, it's sometimes hard to, I mean, you can misread it, you know. So I don't often look at the price ladder, but I did this time. Okay, so this one here, CLRB, we had the break through these two levels. We have a level down here as a pivot point. I would feel more comfortable, I think, with that level, 247, but it's an area of congestion right there. So if we pull back, that's a good place to buy. Let's look at the overall market. It's still struggling right there at that support. I don't see a big move up here. I see a downtrend on the 1 minute, 5 minute with lower wicks, but a lot of Doge candles here too, a lot of high red volume. 15 minute, just so much indecision here, but we are starting to see an hourly down. Well, no, let's see. It's a equilibrium almost with a bear break, but not a very good bear. Yeah, it's still just like not very clear to me. All right, let's see GDC here. Do I want to take a shot at this? I will take a stab at it. Halfway through that 1 minute candle. See if I can get back to green on this one. Coming up against 350. I'll sell it right there for the breakthrough 350. That puts me to green now on GDC. And here's our support down here that we're coming back to. So possible trade there. I'm not going to take it. This was a nice equilibrium setup. We had a bear break on it. So we had our move down. We had our little lower high, little higher low, and the bull break, sorry. It was a little bear break and then a bull break. It's not the best looking pattern, but it is kind of there. So, oh, and look at TLRY. Nice. We consolidated off of that previous resistance. It became support and bulls buying the dip. I almost jumped in that right there, but it's kind of up a little high now for me. Awesome moves. Got a new 1 minute candle now coming up here. Look at that. Beautiful. I can feel the FOMO. It's just like nagging at me like, jump in, jump in, jump in. I hear something got halted. Let me guess. Verb? Yeah, it's verb. And a small trade over here on CLRB again. And it's not holding up too well, but I'll hold it for a second just to see. Okay, I got stopped out on that. That's fine. TLRY, trying it again. 1 minute candle is going to close red. Having a hard time breaking there, so I'm back out for a small profit. Still up, I'm up 333. Thinking about quitting. It's past 7 o'clock. This is about the time I usually stop, because I have a job where I work 12-hour night shifts and I have to be up later on in the day today to go to work. So if I don't stop soon, I will be tired. But look at CLRB coming down to that volume weighted average price. Good place to take a trade. Wishing I would have jumped in it there. I got enough profit on my day. I think I have enough cushion. I can try this and see if it will bounce from here. It's that 250 level. Looking for that first 1 minute candle to make a new high, which would be 259. Taking too long for me. Too long. Okay, there it goes. There we go. So that's where I'm going to stop. I was below 300. I wanted to get back above. And that's where I'm going to end my day. I'm going to close my trading windows because it is getting so late. So that's my day. And that's how we trade. We don't always have green days, but when we do, we enjoy it. And so I'm up $323 on my day. So I go in here and scroll way down, September 2nd, I'm up 323. My high of day was about 350. My low of day was 0. I was never red on my day, so that's pretty awesome. So then I go back up here and I can see my new candle right there. It's my new day of profit. So now I'm up at 39,500, almost halfway through phase 4. This is pretty phenomenal because I'm blasting through this so fast. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days and I'm almost halfway through. It usually takes me, I think, 15 days. So I'm doing it almost half the time. This is pretty phenomenal. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you had a really good day, man. Look at TLRY. Oh, how I wish I had that. That makes me feel that FOMO again. The fear of missing out. But that's okay. I made my money. And I hope you've made yours. And thanks for joining me at EVA Trades. You have any questions, comments, leave them below. Come back tomorrow. We'll do this again. Thanks a lot for joining me here at EVA Trades. I'm up $323.98. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.